Hello everyone and welcome back to my Bold and Beautiful 29 YouTube channel. I hope you guys are having a wonderful day. Before we start, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. In Forrester's main office, Ridge recaps that Carter is like a family to him. He trusted him fully. He thinks he can do this? Take this company from my family? From me? I'm not going to let it be. He rants until Brooke asks, "So, what are you going to do?" She warns he's too emotional. Ridge goes on about the treason and Carter going behind his reverse. The only back he's thinking of is Hope's. He decides he should defy Carter, but it'll have to stay until he gets a counsel. Carter's not getting down with this. In the cabin, Carter and Hope make love on the bottom in front of the fireplace. After coitus, Hope exhales, "I demanded that." Carter chuckles, "Yeah. Doesn't change what we've done, however." Hope purrs that if he wants it, he now has the power to run Forrester Creations. Hope is still trying to reuse everything. Carter says they can back out, he can draw up new papers. Hope says effects at Forrester need to change, right? She recaps that he's putting everything on the line. Carter would do anything for her, but it's also for him. He wants to see the company meet its eventuality. Hope says they still have time. Until they reach the point of no return, no bone knows but them. In the design office, Ivy tells Elektra that Will really likes her and was determined to find out if Remy was a swain or not. Elektra says they were just musketeers, he's a sweet Joe. She was happy to run into him, but seeing a friend from back home reminded her of everything that happened. Ivy says, "What happened to you was terrible." She suggests she talk to someone about it so she can heal from the trauma. Ivy thinks it's enough crazy coexistence that Remy was at Il Giardino at the exact same time she was. She asks if he explained how he came to be in LA. Elektra says he saw the jewelry line advertisement. Talk turns to what happened back home. Elektra felt lowered and helpless. Ivy exclaims, "Oh, those filmland." Elektra asks if she saw them. Ivy says no, she no way wanted to. Elektra grabs her phone and shows her a picture of her in a gown. This is the original, and this is what someone did to it. Ivy gasps in horror. Elektra tells her they're deep fakes. "That's my face, but that isn't my body." At Il Giardino, Remy listens as Deacon apologizes to his guests for the kitchen being backed up. Joining Remy at the bar, Cleric addresses about the place being slammed and asks, "Can I get you anything?" Remy replies, "How about a job?" He's worked in cafes ahead and thinks they could help each other. Cleric rattles on about having to replace two musketeers who were in crucial positions. Remy reprises that they can help each other out. Deacon learns that he's new in LA and asks if he's on exploration or parole or if he'll leave. Remy plans on being there for a while. Continuing the interview, Cleric asks how Remy likes LA. He says he loves it. But he not only needs a job, but a place to stay. Cleric sensations at his bitterness. "I do'n't indeed know your name." Remy says, "Remy." Remy Price. Cleric agrees to hire him on a trial base and says there's an apartment upstairs. Remy will work for room and board until he hires him for real. Deacon warns, "Do'n't make me lament this, Remy." In the design office, Elektra worries she did commodity to encourage this. Ivy assures her she didn't, and recaps that the prints aren't real, they're deep fakes. Elektra cries about the response of her musketeers. Ivy is sorry. This thing is passing all the time and wreaking annihilation on the lives of women far and wide. Elektra explains she jumped at the chance to come to LA and escape this reproach. She worries whoever did this will see the post and decide to make further. She doesn't want to bring reproach to the family. What if Will sees them? How do I explain that to him? She panics. Ivy pulls her into a clinch. In the cabin, Carter recalls how Ridge nearly busted him. Hope says it didn't be. Ridge and Steffi have no idea that Forrester is no longer theirs. In the main office, Ridge tells Brooke that Justin Barber is on his way. Brooke's glad, he'll be suitable to sort out what Carter is trying to pull. Ridge corrects what Carter and Hope are trying to pull. He thanks her for telling him. She says it's wrong and she wouldn't keep that from him. Still, she thinks Steffi firing Hope wasn't justified and started this whole mess. Ridge exclaims that there's no justifying what they've done. He doesn't know if Carter pulled Hope or Hope pulled Carter off the deep end, but he's going to put an end to it. In the design office, Elektra tells Ivy that working with her is a dream come true, and Will is the sweetest Joe she's ever met. She can breathe. Elektra can't let anything destroy that. Ivy asks if she ever set out who made the prints. Elektra shakes her head. She just wants to put that awful chapter behind her. In the eatery, Remy busses tables and tells Cleric he wouldn't let him down. Deacon says it looks like he'll be staying in Los Angeles after all. Remy smiles. At Hope's place, she and Carter talk about the Forester they imagine, where everyone will be heard. They muse that they know way aloud. It would come to an achievement. Carter can't imagine how shocked Ridge will feel if they go through with this. Justin arrives at Forester's main office and greets Ridge and Brooke. Ridge tells him they had the LLC paperwork drawn up and hands it to him. Justin is confused as to why he's not using Carter Walton. Ridge explains that someone is trying to use the document to pull an achievement and take over the company. That person is Carter Walton. He asks Justin to take a look and crush it. Carter can't get down with this. Ridge Forester will count on Justin Barber to sort out all the LLC drama. Despite Carter Walton's apparent upper hand, Ridge will refuse to give up on stopping this preemption. Still, it's intriguing that Ridge will communicate Justin rather of another hotshot attorney in Los Angeles. Is there a reason why B&B's bringing Justin back for this particular plot? Justin compactly pledged his fidelity to the Foresters as a way to atone for hijacking Thomas Forester in 2021, but that was substantially because Bill Spencer turned his reverse on him. Now Justin is Bill's right-hand man again, so that could add an intriguing subcast to all this. Bill and Ridge have had their fair share of issues over the times, so what if Bill sabotages Forester's legal fight? Justin is obviously going to be pious to Bill first and foremost, so what if Bill orders Justin to claim there's nothing he can do? Maybe Justin will contend the damage is done and declare that Carter is indeed going to be running Forester Creations. Justin might actually have some legal strategies he could use to help Ridge out of this jam, but he wouldn't use them if Bill doesn't want him to. Bill might get updates on this situation and decide it'll be ridiculous if Ridge loses control because his susurrus duped him. Perhaps Bill will assume this will each get worked out in court nearly down the line anyway. In the meantime, Bill might want Ridge to suffer and instruct Justin to make sure that happens. Of course, Bill cares about Steffi Forester, who's also a factor as one of Forester's COCEOs. Indeed so, Bill's desire to mess with Ridge may be stronger than his desire to help Steffi in the end. Do you suppose Bill might sabotage Ridge's legal tactic by telling Justin how to handle this case? Will Bill make a mess indeed Messier and have a laugh at Ridge's expenditure? Some surprises are still to come, so stick with us for prognostications on any other bad news that might be brewing.